Hey everybody, and welcome to a Friday edition of the Barry Cunningham Show. And now at its new time, 2:30 every day, or as many every days as I can make it. You see, now that we're getting close to the holiday season, I want to spend more time with the wife. I'm going to free up the evening hours at 5:30. We're going to spend some time together, bring in the holidays, have Thanksgiving, have Christmas, have a great time. So I'm moving everything to 2:30. I've got more time. This fits a lot better for me. And then again, if you miss it, you can always watch it on the replay. Again, my name is Barry Cunningham. I'm a real estate investor here in South Florida. Been doing this for quite some time, but can't tell you, I haven't been as excited as I am today about the market. And that's what we're going to talk about as we get into today's show. You know, one of the things that I said I was going to talk about was, lo and behold, deals everywhere. And indeed, they are. If you know where to look, if you know how to crunch the numbers, if you become proficient in farming a certain area, you're going to be able to find deals. And 2 days ago, I just signed another contract for another house in my farm area with another $100,000 spread. And people have been asking me, including my lawyer, how are you finding these things? How are you finding these deals? Well, I know what the properties are worth in the area that I'm farming. I know what I need to pay. I know what the resale value is right now. If the work isn't too much to be done, I know I can get in and get a property done. So, here's was the one we had talked about a couple weeks ago. It was a great deal, and we're just about ready to close on that one. Hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, we'll have that one closed and make a nice chunk there. And then now I've got a second one right behind it, right in time for Christmas, another $100,000 spread. That doesn't mean I'm making $100,000. Just want to make sure you guys understand that. Whether I'm going to wholesale this or put some money into it to fix it, there's a $100,000 spread of value that allows me to find a good pocket of profit. And so one of the things I like to do, as I mentioned, deals are everywhere. I'm not into the zombie houses. I'm not into properties that take a ton of work to fix and repair. I like houses that are as turnkey as possible, especially in this market. And I'm going to get into that in a second. But just remember that term, turnkey. It's very important. It's funny, it's 2:30 and I thought I wouldn't have to use the light. I'd have the ambient light from the sun. But it's dark out, so it looks like it's going to rain on this Friday afternoon. But that's okay. It's Friday, so I'm not going to get upset. So I'm going to tell you about this, how I find these deals with a $100,000 spread. Again, Robin, the wife, is an agent, so she can scour the MLS. She knows my criteria, but I'm going to show you how to do this and how to, generally find some good deals no matter where you are in South Florida, just using stuff like Realtor.com and Zillow. I advise you, however, to find an agent that you can work with as soon as possible. And I'm talking about an investor-friendly agent who will show you as many deals as possible that fit your criteria. Don't be swayed. You may have to go through literally 100 properties to find that one that you want, that fits with what you want to do. But if you get good at this, it's just a matter of just going through the numbers and just looking at deals and just doing it over and over and over and replicating it. Or better yet, you can train somebody. That way you're not having to work in your business. Is you can hire someone and say, here's the criteria I want you to look at. I want you to spend all day looking. I'm going to pay you all day to go through these various listings. And when something hits, I want you to send me the information. That's when you're really making money. When you can go to the beach, you can go on the boat, you can do whatever you want, especially now since we're all working from home, and have somebody send you a deal. I mean, you can probably get someone in the Philippines to do it for $200 a month and do nothing but go through and look at deals based on your criteria, and they'll send them to you. I mean, that's just the way to do it. So I'm going to get into a bunch of stuff here when we get back from the first commercial break. And stay tuned. We're going to be doing some really fun stuff here.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
So if you didn't have a chance to jot that number down, my phone number is 561-245-7898. If you're looking to do a deal and you want to partner with something and you want to see what your money can do, we're getting great returns on the properties that we're purchasing. Like I said, we just picked up another one with $100,000 spread. You can get in these deals with me. I mean, I'm looking for partners because the idea is to take down as many deals as possible and turn them quickly. So without further ado, I'm going to take you to the Corona board. Yeah, we're not dying. So everybody knows that Governor DeSantis said he's not going to lock down. Not going to happen. But that doesn't stop everybody from Twitter, the mainstream media, other political parties to put constant pressure on DeSantis to shut down. But there's a reason why we're not shutting down. I understand there's like 5 or 6 mayors, and it may even be more at this point. They're saying, you got to shut down. You got to put a mask mandate on. You got to make them wear the mask. And he's like, no, I'm going to let people live their lives. If you're afraid, stay home. So looking at the board here, and we can see that there's been an uptick in cases. I'm going to get my head out the way. There's been an uptick in cases. There was a bad spike on the 14th of 9,900 cases. And as of 2 days ago, because this thing is about 48 hours behind, there was 9,000 cases. 9,000 people have tested positive. Now, in the old days, like 4 or 5 months ago, people were freaking out. But now we have found out that this disease, the testing, however real it is, has a 99.89% recovery rate, that people aren't going to die. 99.89. That means if there's 100 people in the room, look around the room, and there's basically going to be 1.5 people may die. That's unfortunate. It's horrible. Nobody's making light of death. I'm definitely not making light of anybody passing on. I lost my mom about 45 days ago, not from COVID, but I understand anyone dying is a crisis of a family and is really upsetting. But I also know in a state of 20 million people that my family's coronavirus problems is not indicative of the entire state. But for some reason, there are some people out there who want us to be in a perpetual state of lockdown. I don't know what their motivations are. I'm tired of guessing. But if we're just looking at the data, if we're looking at the actual data, this looks bad, and everyone from the Palm Beach Post to the Sun Sentinel keep reporting, oh my God, there's 9,000 cases, we're all going to die. For some reason, they want this hysteria. For some reason, they are thriving on keeping people afraid. That's insane. That's completely insane, because when you look at the next page of the chart, and it goes by a daily basis, I can't even put up my picture because the death number 2 days ago is so low. It's 5. The biggest spike was all the way back on October 29th. And back then it was 45. You can see the numbers yourself. Back then on October 29th, 49 people in a state of 20 million succumbed to the corona. October 25th, 46 people died. But as we look down here, we're talking 5, 12, 8, 15. Ooh, what the heck are we talking about? Why are we freaking everybody out? Why do we want everything locked down? This isn't problematic. 99% of people aren't going to succumb to this. And even in that 1%, we're mostly talking about people 70, 75, 80. I know it's a bad thing. Our seniors, we have a lot of seniors down here. But for 20 million people in the state of Florida, do we want to lock down an entire economy when it's starting to roar? So, no, I don't want to do that. I don't buy that. I don't support it. If you do and you're upset, just go ahead and leave one of your nasty comments and I'll just hit the delete button as soon as you put it up. I don't care. We're here to make money. This show and what we do as real estate investors isn't about anything except finding properties to make money on. So I've told you for quite some time not to buy at the top of the market and to make sure that with the frenzy of what's been going on, that you understand what's coming down the road. And I've made enough videos to let people know that there's an iceberg dead ahead. And that's why I focus on turnkey properties. When I mean by turnkey, very minimal work needed to turn the property around. Talking carpeting, tile, maybe countertops, maybe some paint, maybe, pressure washing the pool, doing some things, landscaping, doing some things to make the appeal of the property rise to the value of the comparables. I'm not looking at jumping in there and doing a full rehab. Not going to happen. If I find something like that, I'm looking to turn it and flip it to somebody who does want to take on a full rehab. My days of rehabbing are over. I'm not looking to get in someplace and, become a developer in that regard. If I'm going to develop something, it's going to be from the ground up, which I'll talk to you about probably on Monday. So what's happening now, and it's just crazy what's going on, is that we're seeing articles like this show up. And this is from today's Wall Street Journal. Home prices are rising everywhere in the United States. And people are understanding that they can work from home, they can get out of the cities that have been on fire and have had all kinds of problems, and they can find decent places with very low interest rates and get into a property. That's why I'm looking at turnkey properties. I know there's people coming from up north, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio. All these places that are locking down provide us with opportunities if you can find something right away. Remember, that iceberg is dead ahead, and come January, possibly February, we don't really know what's going to happen because we're still waiting to find out what's the results of the election are going to be. Who's going to be in charge? What are they going to do with housing? What are you going to do with a moratorium? What are you going to do with foreclosures? There's so many things that are going to happen. I don't want to be stuck holding something for months and months and months. Definitely not looking to do any rentals. Again, unless it's a Section 8. So when we look at these articles, and these articles talk about how the pandemic has boosted the housing market activity in a way not seen in recent history. Yeah, the numbers have been almost like a ski slope, straight up, straight down, however you want to look at it. And people are buying stuff sight unseen. Another article we saw on CNN News talked about how it's getting even harder to afford a home. I don't think so. Look at that. When you think about it, why is it getting harder to afford a home? If mortgage rates are at 2 and 3%, if you buy, you put a mortgage calculator online and look at what the payments are, people moving from New York, Chicago, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, coming down here to South Florida, these properties are a bargain. Being able to buy a $500,000 home, which is in a decent neighborhood down here in South Florida, what are you going to be paying? $2,100 a month in terms of a mortgage if you've got good credit. So I don't buy this stuff. I'm not looking at this and going, it's getting harder. I'm thinking for the people who are looking to move, more than likely these are people with money and they can work from home, or they have a job where they don't need to be in New York, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Ohio. They can just get out. No one wants to be locked down for 30 and 60 days. DeSantis is providing us with a tremendous opportunity. Tremendous. And so it's time to take advantage of this stuff. You know, there's a article today from yesterday from the South Florida Business Journal. South Florida housing market soars with double-digit growth in October. So we're going to go through this just a little bit before I get into the deals and how I'm finding them. So you go down through here, it says single-family home sales increased 24% compared to the same month a year ago. The median sales price grew almost 18% to $424,000. That's good. That's really good. Statewide, there was plenty of demand. I'm not really caring about statewide, but I'm going to scroll down here to Miami-Dade. So in Miami-Dade, sales of single-family homes jumped 15.7% with a median sales price of $435,000. This is another good thing. In fact, the median time to contract was nearly cut in half from 50 days to 28 days. So they're moving fast. What that tells me is the properties that hit the market are moving fast. Remember, turnkey deals that I look at, I want to turn them fast because I want to be in that stream. I want to be working in that stream with that buyer pool who's looking to close fast. And these are people coming from different areas of the country, and they're jumping in here and they're buying. So we continue here and down to Broward County. Broward County sales of single-family homes surged 23%. 23%. Median home price value goes to $415,000. Look at this though. Sales of $1 million plus homes were even stronger with an 84.4% increase. That's almost unheard of. Properties with $1 million plus price tags are blowing up. That means people with money, people with ducats. Active listings declined, so the supply of inventory at the current sales pace is 2.5 months. So understand what that means is we are in the midst still of an incredible seller's market. Lower inventory, houses not available, people are in bidding wars. If you get in with a turnkey deal, and compete with the houses in the market, you're going to make a tremendous amount of money. This is the time to get in and get out. Get in and get out. Remember the old adage. I'll bring it up again. You know what's coming. You know it's coming. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Folks, we are hitting the trifecta. We are in a market for sellers, meaning you should be buying. We have buyers with money coming down from other areas who just need a place. And then the whole pandemic thing is just causing that stream of buyers to keep coming. You have to understand the data. And we're going through this pretty quick. Next week I'll go through a full market report, but the data is telling us what needs to happen. Down in Palm Beach, or up in where I am, Palm Beach, sales went 32.8%, and at the same time, we've got $420,000 as our median home value. But again, current sales pace is 2.8 months. That's a seller's market with a small supply of homes on the market. Seller's markets. You don't want to be holding cards when you're in a seller's market. You want to be in the market. You want to be selling property. You want to be selling property that you bought cheaply and that you're turning around at market value, and let the buyers go ahead and bid according to what they want to spend. And right now, you need to be in it. Like I said, when we're looking at deals and we can find these things with $100,000 spread, I have a tremendous amount of equity that I can play with. I can decide, hey, listen, this house is worth, 550,000. I'll give you a deal at 520 because I bought it at 415. You see those numbers? I can give them a discount and a better deal that they're finding on the market and still make a ton of money on it. So using all this data and going through it and understanding what's going on is extremely valuable. And that was just a brief look. So since right now, I can show you this in depth on Monday, but that all three counties, Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach, are all in seller's market. That properties are closing in under 30 days. They're moving. The prices are still going up. Everything that you can see indicative of performance of the market says get in with an asterisk if you can at the right price, and then get out. Don't hold, don't rent. Again, unless it's Section 8, I have to keep saying that. But right now, if you can get a turnkey property, get into it, do some minimal upgrades, get out of it, and profit big. So when we get back, I'm going to show you guys how do you find those kinds of deals? How do you find them so that you can make that kind of money?
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market. Your source.
So I'm sitting here and I get a text from somebody who happens to be watching right now. How in the hell am I finding these deals with $100,000 spread? Granted, I've been doing this a while. Again, like I said, you probably should have a realtor who's willing to pull the data and the comps for you. Now understand, from a comparable point of view, from a comparable perspective, you only have to run the comps once every 28 days, maybe every 14 days. You don't have to run them every day, depending on how many active and pending properties there are on the market, so that you're understanding where your comp level is. Like the markets I farm, I know right now that if a 4-bedroom house with 2 baths and a pool in this certain area or zip code, I know what price range they are. So if I see something hit the market that's below that price, bingo, I want to be on it. I want to be on it real quick. So I'm going to show you how to do that, even using something like Realtor.com. So if you guys have ever been to Realtor.com, those of you who don't have a realtor working for you, you can go in here and basically put literally any address or zip code you want. So 33304. Let me show you something I found today. So I put that in and it does my search. Now before I begin my search, let me go ahead and blow this up so you can understand how easy this is to do. All right, so it's big. I'm gonna have to move my head, but you'll see. But before I do anything, I want to go in here and I'm going to make my adjustments. I want single family homes done. I want to have, let's see here. Ooh, what the heck just happened? So let me start again. 33304. That was really weird. And I want to buy. And I'm going to search. And I want single family homes only. And I'm going to be looking for at least 3 bedrooms. Why? Because those sell better. At least 2 bathrooms, because again, those sell better. I'm going to leave it just as that is. Not going to even show anything else. And it's got 70 homes for me in that one zip code. So now what do? I'm just going to scroll and see if I see an anomaly. Well, I see 447 for this one at 1,678 square feet. I see this one is going down in price. It's down to 414 at 1668 square feet. You see the comparable values here, but I'm just going to keep going, see if I see anything else. This one's at 490, but look at the drop. Somebody overpriced the hell out of that property, and they're at, $60,000 down. There's only one reason you drop a property by $60,000. You need to sell. That's it. You need to sell. So we're going to keep going. And here's one. Here's one with 1,458 square feet. It's at 345. Here's one at 1,693. It's at 375. Now hold on a second. Did you just see something? Did you miss something? You see what just happened? Okay, let's do this again. This house popped up at $375,000. It's 3.2 with 1,693 square feet. It's located in 33304, and it's on 16th Avenue, and this one's on 14th Place. So I got one here at 345 and one here at 375. Getting dinged again for a message. Now I'm looking up here and seeing 447 for a house basically the same size, a couple blocks away. Seeing this one here at 414. 345, 375. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what this house looks like inside yet. I don't know what this house looks like inside yet, but I know that if the top of the market is 447, let me see if there's anything higher than 447. This one's at 539. This one's at 535, and this one's a beautiful looking property. So if this one's at 535 and this one's at 539, what else we got here? We got 625. We have $829,000. So I would have to check the closed sales in this market, but if 375 and 345 are in, close to that subdivision, I understand using Realtor.com, you may not have access to all of the data, but just that, literally, I'm looking at the clock, literally 3 minutes. I found two properties that potentially could have $100,000 plus spread. Just like that. Haven't done anything, haven't left my office, haven't gone driving around for dollars like some of these people say. This is basically looking at turnkey stuff. Now, again, I don't know what they look like. Let's look at this one for 375. So there's the aerial photo. Boom. And now let's look at, they've got 26 pictures in here. Yeah, that's a good area. Whoa. Nice. You see what I mean by turnkey? Now, just looking at this, I can see they've got porcelain ceramic tile. It's painted. It's got recessed ceilings. Lighting. It's got cove basing over here. I don't know if you can see it. It's got these mirrors. It's kind of dated. Then you get to the good stuff. The kitchen. It's kind of old looking. I'd blow this wall out because people like open kitchens these days, and so it's not really advisable to have a closed off kitchen. It's nice, but it's ugly. New cabinets. What's new cabinets going to cost you? A couple grand. New appliances I put in here. Put some stainless steel stuff in here. This is what I mean by turnkey. This is what I mean by looking at a property and looking at it and going, what are the minimum I could get away to really upgrade this property? Okay, we got a door here, so this goes outside. Boom. Nice. Okay, notice something here. And this, again, I haven't left the house yet. The earlier part of the property, I noticed they had ceramic tile. Here, it looks like they have carpet, so I may have to put some, wood flooring in or something. And you just look at these things here. I use the term because I live here in Boca, and it's called Boca-fy. And when I say Boca-fy, is I want a house that's going to look so when a woman walks in, because that's who buys the house, even with the husband there, they go, "Ooh, that's nice." So something like this, I would want to throw a nice vanity in here. What's a vanity cost you? Nothing. All right. And we're back. We're still going. This is another room, and this has got wood, and it got transitions it to tile. And we're still looking here. I can see the air conditioning vent, so I know it's got the AC. These people really like artwork. And this is a nice Florida room. And you see what I mean as you're looking at these pictures? It doesn't need a whole lot of work. So in fact, when I'm looking right now, if I really wanted to spend some money on this property, what I would look at is putting a pool back here. Instead of spending money inside, spend it outside and say, hey, listen, what's it going to cost me to put a pool in? Depending on the size and how you want to design it, it might cost you 20, 25 grand. I can see that it's a concrete tile roof. So depending on what I look up in the building permits, I can tell you how old this roof is. I can see if this thing back here was permitted when they added this on. These are all things quickly that I can look at here. All right, so it's got a pavered patio, and again, I can look at this and say this is probably an old addition, but it's functional, but plenty of room back here for a pool. Look at that. I'd make that a second living space. Understand, when you're looking at this right now, I would make that a second living space. I'd blow it out back there and not spend a whole lot of money. Remember, this property is going for $375. If I want to get this property up to 5.5 or 6, that's what I would be looking at. And those are things I can do pretty quick. Now, you may not be able to get a pool done real quick. Might have to wait on that. So you may have, 2 or 3 payments to your investor to make sure that this thing is done right. You can see in this picture here, you're going to need some fence work. Obviously, the fence is old. It's got some holes in it, so I'm going to have to get some fence work into it. But this is all the stuff I'm looking at before I even get out to the property, and I can figure it out. So here's another backyard. I can see that the sprinklers are causing that brownish stuff to happen with the reclaimed water. I see that the air conditioning unit, but this yard is monstrous. I mean, absolutely monstrous. You can definitely have room to put a pool here. So when you're looking at this stuff, the idea behind it is, what can I do to make this better? What can I do, to turn this into something that's just going to give me $120,000 spread? So I can tell you right now. Now I see this thing here says it's contingent, which means somebody has an offer, and I bet they doggone better. But when you're looking at this kind of stuff, it's pretty simple. I mean, $375, which means I can probably get it, depending on how long it's been on the market, maybe go in at $330, $345. And if those numbers actually work, then I know that this house at 1,693 square feet with a 3.2, maybe I can actually pop another bedroom on there. It's got all that yard space, so I can do so much more. And then if I can get to these numbers, 530. What's the other one? 625. Then what are we talking about? We're talking about $100,000 spread, just like that. And I just showed you how to look. You want to do another one? Let's do another one. Let's look here in my farming area. So I work the Boca market. So let me just see what I can find up here. And maybe I shouldn't show it to you because somebody will come in and try to squeeze me out. 33486. That's Boca, and that's what I want. So let's see what's in Boca. So if I still have my my stuff single family and the bedrooms and everything. Okay, so this one just hit the market 3 hours ago, $639 for a 1,900 square foot house. By the way, they're out of their mind, but that's what it is. But look at this one, $419. $419. They've already dropped the price. It's 1,500 square feet. That might be a deal. $540. So you can see the new comparable ones. Again, these are just active, so we'd have to check closed sales. But we got $639 and we have 540. These are a couple blocks apart. They're a little bit bigger in houses, so you have to make sure you do your adjustments. But this one's already been dropped in price. I'm going to actually go ahead and take a look at this one because I want to see what would I have to do in here. So I'm going to show you. We're going to look at some pictures. Boom. Landscaping is okay, not great. Come on, let's get us inside. No garage. So I can see that right off the bat. No garage on this one. And no pool. And that's, it's not Boca-fied. Got a big yard with nothing in the backyard. Put a pool in. Okay. Newer kitchen. Nice appliances. Oh, great lighting. Perfect. Wide open kitchen. These guys, whoever it was, went in, obviously, because I can tell by the age of the house, this is new. They've gone in and updated this property. It looks beautiful. Oh, I mean, absolutely stunningly beautiful. Love it. Oh, look at that bathroom. Love it. Are you seeing this? Beautiful. 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 Nothing about this except the exterior. They're leaving $100,000 on the table or more because they're not finishing the deal. And what I mean by finishing the deal is, number one, enclose this carport and make a garage. People want garages. Number two, you've got so much room outside. Drop a pool in there. Spend 25 or 30 grand. Make an outdoor living space. We're in Florida, people. We are in Florida. And if you have an outdoor living space, it completely turns the house around. A nice patio deck, a pool, nice built-in barbecue. When you have $100,000, $130,000, $140,000 spread, don't be greedy. Fix it up and you're going to get so much more money. And when I say fix up, this is still turnkey. I don't consider a pool a rehab. That's basically a development. You're redeveloping this property. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. I want to get in and redevelop this property. When I look at this and go, you know what? This is ugly. You guys only went so far and you didn't finish the deal. You should close this off, do something with it. Nice sliders out there so people can, look out. Bring a pool out here. Make this thing look really good. Just blow this out. Bring the outdoor. I'm getting excited. I don't even own this house yet. I'm going to go for it because I can see these guys did most of the work. Thank you. But you're leaving money on the table. This is turnkey. This is what I mean by turnkey. And this is what I mean where you can get into a deal. These people, there's no renovation to be done here. There's some development, some redevelopment to be done. Put in a pool, put in an outdoor kitchen, make it, a nice tiki hut or something. There's a reason why people are moving to Florida from up north. One, to get away from the craziness, and the other thing is to be part of the South Florida lifestyle. And give them that South Florida lifestyle. I see so many investors who stop short. They stop short of really capitalizing on what it is people are looking for. That's just being intellectually lazy, in my opinion. In my opinion, when I look at a house like this and I see a yard that big, but I see the beauty of what they've done inside, it tells me that you basically stopped. You did a great job in, renovating the interior. You got some gorgeous appliances and lighting fixtures, but you didn't enhance the Florida lifestyle, the South Florida lifestyle. You didn't give me anything to do. Nobody wants to be cooped up, especially right now. November, December, January, February. This is when we're all outside. My wife and I spend most of the time right now outside on the patio by the pool. What are you sitting inside for? Watching TV? There's nothing on. There's nothing on. You're outside, you've got the fire pit, you've got the barbecue, you've got the fridge outside, you've got the TV hung so you can watch a football game. Tua! You can do all that, but you want to be outside. That's why we're here. That's how you make the additional money on a turnkey property. It's that simple. And so I just showed you in literally under 45 minutes or so that I've been talking. That's how you can find turnkey deals, and that's where the money is finding these deals that you don't have to do a lot of rehab and going in and swinging sledgehammers and getting permits. You do a pool, you're not doing any work. You do a pool, you're calling a pool company, you tell them to put in the pool, they go get the permits, they do the work, they beautify it, you just stroke the check, wait till they say they're done, and then put the house up on the market. It's really simple. That's why I like turnkey deals. I'm just signing checks. I'm not in there swinging hammers. I'm signing checks. I have a budget. I understand where I need to be, and we make money. So again, my name is Barry Cunningham, and if you are interested in doing a deal, please go ahead and give me a call. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's kind of cloudy, but the air show is this weekend, so we're going to have some fun down there in Fort Lauderdale. So think about it. And if you guys are looking to do a deal, you want to put some money into a deal, please give me a call. Talk to you on Monday.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.